Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is AWL Hontai. And time to face the consequences of Champions Week. We have a brand new AWL Grand Champion. The Dragon hath been slain.
Attention wrestling fans, please welcome the new Grand Champion, representing the United Empire, the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay.
The man that many are calling the greatest wrestler of all time, the GOAT, the Billy Goat from Essex, England, defeated the Emerald Dragon one-on-one in the main event of Champions Week. And already he has a challenger, a very Canadian challenger, he must deal with. And the champion wishes to address us. And you know what? That makes sense. United Empire ruling the world. And Will Ospreay, well aware that he must face Kid Canada in a match of Kid Canada's choosing. And the champion, very confident. Hang on. Okay, the gauntlet thrown down for an open challenge next week. The United Empire, and it's going to be Jeff Cobb and the Dominator Great Okan on the Cobb reuniting next week in tag team action. However, I can make a bit of announcement now. This weekend at Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis, it will be all 4 active members of the United Empire here in the AWL versus, oh boy, versus all of Yokai Butai. Atomicos match. Opportunity for some spiritual revenge. The entire structure of the Animated Wrestling League has changed. And man, that belt looks good on the shoulders of Will Ospreay. Speaking of new champions, we have a relatively new champion making her first appearance in Japan since winning the championship.
The following non-title contest is scheduled for one fall. Already in the ring from the AWL Dojo, AWL trainee number 76. And her opponent making her way back from Tokyo, Japan, she is the reigning Animated Wrestling League Kyoujin champion, Wakazaki Ai.
A relatively recent graduate of the AWL Dojo herself, Puroresu Prodigy, Wakazaki Ai, giving an opportunity for some in-ring time on the main roster to one of her kohai, one of her juniors at the dojo. And it's all about that. It is all about the AWL Joshi Championship. The brand new champion, freshly graduated from high school. And, oh, springboard forearm there, and the trainee, I believe, what was it, 76? Something like that? The AWL trainee, a student at the dojo, hence the full face mask, so that when she eventually graduates, if she graduates, not a high graduation rate at the AWL dojo, if I'm honest. Her face will be freshly revealed to the fans so that any losses that she obtains in this part of her training will not count. High cross body block by the AWL Joshi champion Wakazaki Ai, who has picked up a win over Usa-chan at Champions Week, fulfilling her championship obligations in her first ever trip to Canada. Into the cover here, one big kick here. 9 minutes remaining, 10-minute time limit in a non-title match here in the Animated Wrestling League. Speaking of championships in the Joshi division, tonight, main event, Black Tiger Queen makes the third defense of her AWL Intercontinental Championship against Lady Smooth Jessica Kidd. The Tigers' war continues with a mixed tag team match, TM3 and Spring Tiger versus Black Tigress and Knights Tiger, who will be teaming up for the very first time. Returning from injury, Kyoujin Kobayashi versus a visitor from Canada, Matt Classic Sr., one half of the AWL World's Tag Team Championship, and a beautiful top rope to the floor drop kick from AWL's newest women's champion, Wakazaki Ai, as we continue in this non-title match. Now, taking a look at the AWL Best 4 here, if we take a look, right now the AWL Best 4 sits at Kaminari Hime, rank 1, Spring Tiger, rank 2, Heidi Howitzer, rank 3, rank 4, to be determined. So we've got 3 people in the top ranks of the Joshi division, any of whom could make the challenge, the next challenge. But where will that be? Will that be at the Golden War in May, or will that be this coming weekend at Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis? We're going to find out over the next week. We are building to our spring supercard event, and that's going to be taking place here in Japan. We'll be flying our Canadian talent over, but it will still be a brand split. We will have our Japanese talent versus our Japanese talent, our Canadian talent versus our Canadian talent, with the exception being for our floating champions, men's and women's, single and tag champions, that are, of course, open to all. About 7 minutes left to go in this contest as Wakazaki Ai working over one of her former dojo mates as we move around the ring here. Wakazaki Ai working the neck, working the head here. Maybe it's a setup for that Wakazaki lock, the move that won her the AWL Joshi Championship. Then again, she also won by knockout over Usa-chan with a top rope stomp. We do not have a name for that yet. And back into that sleeper hold. We saw this earlier in the contest while I was running down the rest of the card for the night. I can also now confirm the first match officially for Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis. It's going to be a faction Atomicos match, 4-on-4. Will Ospreay, Jeff Cobb, the Dominator Great Okan, and Ashwang TJP versus Ultra Mantis Black, the former Grand Champion, the Emerald Dragon, the Great Tanuki, and the Whitebird Fox Shiroke Kitsune. One fall to a finish. And wait a minute, going up here, a Tiger Driver, a Tiger Bomb, I should say. Wakazaki Ai, okay, I have been told if she's planning what I think she's planning here, something she calls the Love Tap. Yeah, and there it is, Love Tap out of the corner for the 1, 2, 3. Her name means love. Wakazaki Ai, Ai meaning love in Japanese. A Love Tap for the 1, 2, 3. Yet another weapon in the ever-expanding arsenal of the Puroresu Purokaji. And she's grabbed the microphone. Alright, quick translation. This is a challenge to Kaminari Hime. They've been rivals since the dojo days. And at Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis, they will show the world their Puroresu. Our next match will feature a floating champion from AWL Strong and Free, Matt Classic, versus a returning future contender returning from the injured list.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring. From the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear, he is one half of the reigning Anime Wrestling League Tag Team Champions of the World, the inventor of professional wrestling, and a match classic. This match, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a good old-fashioned wrestling brawl, as Matt Classic displays the one half of the tag team titles that allows him to be over here in Japan. As we await the return of Kyoujin Kobayashi. Kobayashi's been out with an injury for the last few weeks. That's why Giant Skills did not get to challenge for the tag team titles at the Golden War, which is how Matt Classic and his son became champions. And his opponent, making his way to the ring from the land of the Giants, accompanied by Kyoujin, one half of the #1 ranked tag team in the AWL Best Four, Kyoujin Kobayashi. I'm guessing Matt Classic Sr. decided not to splurge on a ticket for his kid because this is going to be almost a 2-on-1 situation, as Kiyoshi Yuji, the technician, the prince of the pinfall, will be in the corner of the giant Kyoujin Kobayashi. But Matt Classic Sr. going it alone here, I don't blame him for that. I think he can do this. This is going to be one hell of a match. This is going to be an old-fashioned, like 1970s WWF style bout, I have a feeling. Two men who personify simple but effective. And this is, of course, going to be a preview of our next tag team title match. And I believe that will be taking place at Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis. We'll see that at the end of the week. Oh, of course, this is a major week in professional wrestling. First week of April. Going to be generally a time when the wrestling world comes together around, well, let's just face it, the evil empire. Slugfest, I expect this to be, whoa! A modification of the ministerial suplex, as Matt Classic Sr. showing what he can do here. Of course, back in his days, a suplex, a backdrop, a body slam, those were match-ending moves. Matt Classic's been wrestling since 19-odd whatchamacallit, and he is the world's oldest active wrestler, and he doesn't look like he's lost a step. Cover for the 1, 2. He's a Season 0 original here in the Animated Wrestling League. Kyoujin Kobayashi, much less recent of a debut. And wait a minute. Oh, interesting maneuver by Matt Classic Sr. And Matt Classic going to the top rope. He's going to get dizzy up there. He doesn't do this. Oh, axe handle smash! Holy crap. Matt Classic Sr. comes into this match with a career record of 82 wins, 54 losses, ratio of plus 28. However, oh, look at this, going for the bear hug on a giant. And it looks like Kyoujin Kobayashi trying to counter with a leg scissor there, but the traditional downward elbows and the bell clap get him out of it a lot better. Kyoujin Kobayashi coming into this match with a record of 31 wins, 27 losses, plus 4. So both men on the positive side of the ledger, but Matt Classic, just by sheer amount of experience, a hell of a lot further up the overall rankings. And of course, this all comes down to the tag team titles, the #1 rank. Big splash! Matt Classic flying around here like he's some kind of a luchador or something. This is crazy. Matt Classic, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but maybe you can teach an old wrestler new wrestling techniques. So that doesn't sound as good as a cliche. And here you see the power of Kyoujin Kobayashi, but Matt Classic able to slip out the back. Matt Classic's been a heavyweight his entire career. He's not entirely used to dealing with people this much bigger than him.
But if anyone in the AWL probably actually wrestled guys like Andre the Giant in his career, it's Matt Classic as he goes around to the other side. And I don't know what the hell happened there, but somehow Matt Classic comes out on top of it. 20 count on the outside here in the Animated Wrestling League. Everybody in the ring knows that. Vertical suplex. Brain Buster! Matt Classic with a good old-fashioned Brain Buster. Couple of left-hand strikes, open palm. Perfectly legal blows, ladies and gentlemen. As the fans are watching, we sling back in. Kyoujin Kobayashi, I don't know if he's going to take a count-out victory in his first match back from the injured list, but it doesn't become an issue. Ooh, big splash in the corner does not connect, but the back elbow from Matt Classic certainly does. Matt Classic, he can do the graps, he can do the traditional scientific wrestling when he has to, but he is much more of a brawler by nature. So I don't entirely blame him for keeping this to a slugfest, even if he could put away going one more time here. Up and butterfly suplex. This is, of course, one of the men that trained the suplex master Sammy Nix. But there's the classic claw. The move that he taught to Fritz von Erich once upon a time. Fritz never quite got it right. But Matt Classic has that perfected. This could be a massive, massive problem for Kyoujin Kobayashi. He's trying to fight his way back to a vertical base, remove the leverage advantage of Matt Classic. He does so. Ducks under a clothesline, big back body drop. Hey, you wanted something old-fashioned, this is what you get. Up and spine buster! Lots of busters being busted out tonight. 1, 2. Coming up on the halfway point of our 10-minute time limit in this singles contest. Remember, we also have a match in the Tigers War coming up, a mixed tag bout, and the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Oof! Matt Classic getting dropped across the elevator cables. We call them ropes, as everyone knows, I think, by now. Thank you, Excalibur. That is a misnomer. That's steel elevator cable, rubber tubing, and some vinyl tape, some electrical tape wrapped around for color and for grip. Also means it feels like sandpaper when you go across it. 4.5 minutes on the clock now as Kyoujin Kobayashi pounding away at the legs of Matt Classic, extending the height advantage. If a man cannot stand, he can't wrestle. Oof. Hard shot into the stomach. I'd be working over I'm not... Wait a minute, a body slam! Massive body slam to the Giant. 1, 2, and just barely does Kyoujin Kobayashi... Oh, no, and once again... Oh, no, he's not thinking this. No, he's not doing... No. Oh, my God! Who is this man, and what has he done with Matthew Classic? Yeah, I'm speechless. I'm a professional wrestling announcer, and I'm actually speechless. I do talkie for a job. I have never seen Matt Classic do that in his life. Maybe the fact that he realizes that he's a champion right now, he needs to live up to that status of an AWL champion. Maybe that means something to him. I don't know. Choke slam. No, he's not going to choke slam someone the size of Kyoujin Kobayashi. 1, 2, kick out. Running out of time. This could very easily go to a time limit draw.
3 minutes. 3 minutes left.
An enthusiastic chant of both these guys, as another military press power slam by Kyoujin Kobayashi doing damage for the 1, 2, 3. That's it. The Giant in Giant skills picks up the win. I thought that was it after that massive power slam. But the mid-leg lariat And a military press slam from Kyoujin Kobayashi being just enough to put away Matt Classic for those vital 3 seconds.
Here's the winner, Kyoujin Kobayashi!
And it is official, Giant Skills will make a challenge for the tag team titles this weekend at Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis. The Tigers' war continues, and we're bringing everybody into this fight. Men, women, does not matter. This is about the identity of the Tiger
The
Style.
following mixed tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the unified School of the Tiger Style, Twin Tiger and Tiger Moss 3.
There you see the record, it's 4-2 to the Unified School, being represented by 2 of our Golden Tigers here. Unfortunately, right now the Tigers, the Golden Tigers, the Unified School of the Tiger Style, I should say, holds no championships. Whereas Black Tiger Queen holds the Intercontinental Championship. And if you would like to visit one of the concession stands located strategically about the building, now would be the time to do so, because this is going to take a while.
And their opponent, introducing first, taking over the ring from the Black School of the Tiger Style, Black Tiger.
Now, hang on a second. A third man? Well, you heard that just as well as I did, fans. The Black Tigers apparently finding a third male member, and we're looking at a challenge to a trios match that would presumably be Tiger the Dark, Tiger Mask 2, Tiger Mask 3 versus Night Tiger, Giant Tiger, and whoever this third man is, this third male Black Tiger, another new member from the dojo, presumably. As this war seems to be growing exponentially, we'll see if that becomes official as we make our way towards Sakuramania. And of course, the Black Tigers will be entering separately, as after so many years in the shadows, they want all the camera time they can get. They insist on coming out individually whenever possible. And here comes the newest member of the team up until, presumably, this coming weekend.
Tag team partner, making his way to the ring also from the Black School of the Tiger Style, Night Tiger! And there they are, the Black Tiger!
Well, Night Tiger, the guardian of the dojo, he calls himself. The most noble of the Black Tigers, just ask him. Still looking for his first win here in the Animated Wrestling League. And it could very well come tonight in this mixed tag team match. Now again, Tokyo Athletic Commission rules do not allow us to do intergender wrestling. So the men must wrestle the men, the women must wrestle the women. A tag on one side is an automatic tag on the other. I don't like it, you don't like it, but that's the way it works here. Spring Tiger will start us off, that means Black Tigress. And this has been this is the rivalry that started the war, quite frankly. Roll away by Black Tigress. They've met several times. Each has victories over the other, though Black Tigress tends to win almost by fluke, if not out-and-out cheating. Spring Tiger aware of this. DDT. This is the first time ever teaming of Black Tigress and Night's Tiger. However, the team of Tiger Mask 3 and Spring Tiger, they've wrestled together several times, most notably their last match in Canada, where Tiger Mask 3 pinned then AWL Grand Champion Emerald Dragon, which is why Tiger Mask 3 is currently the number 2 rank in the AWL Best 4. Spring Tiger, the number 2 rank in the Joshi Division Best 4. So... And Tiger Mask W, the number 3 rank in the male tag team titles. And the Black Tigers are the number 3 rank in the Joshi tag team titles. So this Tigers War extending its tendrils all throughout the league and infesting, shall we say, pretty much every championship picture to one level or another, and Jumon casting the Spella La Mystica. I didn't know they'd studied under Familia. That's interesting. The Tiger style, always evolving, always changing. These Tigers learning from each other, bringing their own moves to expand the style. Ministerial suplex into the one kick out. We call it the Northern Light suplex. We call it the Ministerial suplex, in homage to Hiroshi Hase, the man who invented the move. Went into Japanese politics, became for a while, the Minister of Education, Culture, Sport, Science, and Technology. So we refer to his creation as a ministerial suplex. I know I have to explain, the fact I have to explain that joke makes it not funny, but you know what, I think it just sounds so cool, I'm going to stick with it. Tag made. And the men are in the match for the first time. Collar and elbow tie-up here. The two high-speed wrestlers of the match. Knight's Tiger has performed some incredibly fast aerial acrobatics in the few times we've seen him. And right there with the endless light, another homage to Majiku, get well soon, Majiku Sr. Whereas Tiger Mask 3 has made a name for him in AWL high-speed rules matches, at least he did over in Canada. Hasn't had a chance to compete in one, I don't think, since coming back to Japan. We might have to fix that at some point. Oh! Hard forearm right into the mask. And remember, the Black Tigers have said they want the masks of the Unified School of the Tiger style. They believe that they are the pure version of the Tiger style of Puroresu. Whether you call it strong lucha, whether you call it junior heavyweight style, whether you call it lucha resu. The Black Tigers believe that they hold the pure lineage of this style of wrestling. The Unified School of the Tiger style, the amalgamation of the Golden and Black schools. Nasty looking spear there by Knight's Tiger, and no, he doesn't wrestle in the frickin' armor, which, to be fair, we've had wrestlers who've wrestled in armor over the years. Sir Steele from Season 1, the man who innovated the cage match in the AWL, springs to mind if you remember him. And if you do remember him, thank you for being with us for like 10 frickin' years. 11 minutes on the clock, 15-minute time limit. Boom! Beautiful wheelbarrow DDT. I'm sure that's got a great name in Spanish that I don't know. Knight's Tiger, the crowd booing the heck out of Knight's Tiger here, and I don't blame them. The Black School of the Tiger style, they're backstab artists, they're sneak attackers. They have no honor whatsoever. But Tiger Mask 3, with vastly more experience. This is Tiger Mask 3's 94th match in the Animated Wrestling League. 51 wins, 42 losses, puts him at a ratio of +9. He has competed in the Oshogatsu Taikai in the past. And here's the cover. One, as the women coming in to break it up. And I would point out that both of these women currently set to compete in the first ever Natsu Taikai, the summer tournament, will be coming up in just a few months. Half and half suplex as Spring Tiger decides to bail. 5 minutes past. Trying to break the momentum here. Nasty looking DDT. Knight's Tiger down, and he is in enemy territory. The Tigers, the Golden Tigers, doing a great job of cutting the ring in half, remembering the territorial aspect of the tag team wrestling game. They draw that invisible line between the neutral corners and stay on their side of the hypotenuse. And Tiger's feint lariat countered by a drop kick. We've seen Knight's Tiger use that Tiger's feint lariat in the past. Cover. And a bit of indecision there by Tiger Mask 3. One half of the most successful single reign tag team champions of all time, the Tiger Brothers. And of course we are waiting for Black Tiger Justice to get medically cleared to return to the fold. Tag is made. Speaking of Black Tigers, we need to know who the new Black Tiger is. Black Tiger suplex hold. 1, 2. Spring Tiger able to survive there, but Black Tigress does know how to fly. Is she going to do so here? No, she isn't. Anyway, what do we have? Tiger Bomb. Tiger. Black Tigress driver. We've seen her dip into the darkness before. Spring Tiger with Black Tigress driver, but the rope break, and this time the referee catches it. Last time the referee missed a rope break in a match between Black Tigress and Spring Tiger. It cost Spring Tiger the match. These two could very easily be eternal rivals here in the Animated Wrestling League. I would not mind seeing these two again and again and again over the years. Headbutt, mask butt, I should say, to the back of the neck. And that just shows these Black Tigers, they don't care about the safety of their opponent. They're not trying to win an athletic contest. They're trying to hurt people. Leapfrog, double leapfrog. Oh, the spin kick, but a back step by Black Tigress saves her, but not for long. Up against the ropes now. Oh, okay. Spring Tiger able to come out on top of that. And I was just sitting watching that. I have no idea where that was going to wind up. Collar and elbow, and again they're on the Golden Tiger side, the unified school of the Tiger style on their side of the ring. Oof. Couple of hard shots here. Going up, and boom! Springboard rider kick. Black Tigress desperate for a tag, and with that tag, Spring Tiger must retreat from the squared circle. Collar and elbow tie-up does not connect. What is this going to be? Up. Oh, wow. Backflip, DDT. Nice Tiger. 1, 2, the most loyal servant of Black Tiger Queen is Lady Fair, as he likes to call her. With 6.5 minutes, looking to pick up the third victory in the Tigers' War. And of course, that is Tiger on Tiger combat. So far in this conflict, there have been 6 matches between them. The losses, including Spring Tiger's first attempt at the AWL Intercontinental Championship. Irish whip over the top rope, down to the floor. Tiger Mask 3 needs to be careful he doesn't get disqualified. Oh, tope! Oh, blindside! Did you see that? Spring Tiger uses Tiger Mask 3 as a human meat shield to blindside Black Tigress with a tope DDT, or a DDT suicida if you prefer. And now they're going all over the AWL Arena, the world-famous AWL Arena here in Tokyo, Japan. Oh! Full rotation on the spin kick, does not connect. Snapmare onto that metal. Ooh! Metal ramp, the LED board. Hard, unforgiving plastic. And boom! Face first, going for the... Yes, into the Fujiwara. Fujiwara armbar. As the referee's count keeps climbing, we're up to the halfway point right about now, it should be. Yes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes plus.
Time a factor now, both in terms of the 15-minute time limit and the referee's 20 count, as we're up to 12. Kicks exchange, roll away. So evenly matched, these two. So equal in their skill. Tiger screw leg whip by Spring Tiger, and she's got to be lifting at 15. Someone's got to get back. Somebody's got to get back in the ring. This is going to be a double count out. And look at this, roll through, and again, this time a penalty kick, 18. As Black Tigress gets back in the ring, 19, cutting it super close, but a drop kick to the spine. Spring Tiger with a drop kick to the spine, drags her forward, face first. The referee calls that a knockout. incredible wrestling action. Black Tigress driver. The backflip into the DDT. I need to know what he calls that. But this here, the referee calling this a knockout.
Here are your winners, the Unified Super Tiger Style.
Let's see what the Tigers have to say here. Alright, looks like fight's on. It's going to be a trios match at Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis. Tiger Mask W, Tiger Mask 3 versus 3 male Black Tigers. But it's not over for the Black Tigers tonight, as you can see.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It's scheduled for one fall, one submission ring knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Championship.
The Contenders Championship. 5 successful title defenses, and you get to skip the entire AWL Best 4, and you get an automatic championship match under the stipulations of your choice. Those are the stakes in this bout. Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd, proudly sporting the Union flag, accompanied by her tag team partner Emily Nagasaki. These two are second-generation British professional wrestlers from the glory days. Children of stars of the glory days of pro wrestling in the United Kingdom. Jessica Kidd comes into this match 29-30, ratio of -1. But she's up against an undefeated Tigress. (7-0), including a victory at Champions Week against Spring Tiger. This match will not be part of the Tigers' War, as Lady Smooth Jessica Kidd, obviously not a Tiger. The Black Tigress accompanied tonight by Giant Tiger. We now know one of the 3 male Black Tigers who will be competing in a trios match against the Unified School of the Tiger Style this weekend at Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis. So right now it's all about that white strap of the Intercontinental Championship, a belt that shares its legacy with the WWE Intercontinental Championship, but that is a very, very, very long story. 2 successful title defenses so far, as you can see. We now go to ringside for our official championship introductions.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Lady Smooth Jessica Kidd. And her opponent, she is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion. Tonight, making her 3rd title defense, representing the Black School of the Tiger Style, Black Tiger Kyoujin. And this is an officially sanctioned Intercontinental Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL official Hana Baba Ganoush in charge.
Hana Baba Ganoush really earning her spurs last week at Champions Week, refereeing all 6 title matches back to back to back to back to back to back. Bang the gong, we are on 30 minutes on the clock in this championship bout. 1 fall to a finish. Irish whip into the corner by Spring Tiger, but a great back elbow counter by Lady Smooth. Irish whip again over the top rope. Probably doesn't like that I call it an Irish whip, does she? Ooh! But I don't care. Uh-oh. Never turn your back to your opponent, especially a mistress of the world of sports style. Now, normally this sort of a situation going outside the ring during a fight, that would be a disqualification under the traditional World of Sport round system. However, this match not contested under World of Sport rules. Standard AWL rules in effect here. And straight into an ankle lock. Of course, you cannot have a submission on the outside. But you can still do a lot of damage. You can still hurt somebody on the outside. Maybe prevent them from getting back in the ring, but that's not what Lady Smooth wants to do here. Champion's advantage is in play. In the event of a countout, no matter who gets counted out, the title will remain with the champion, and it's a successful title defense. The third of 5 it would be. Irish Whip nearly tripping over Giant Tiger, who, let's face it, takes up a good percentage of the arena all by himself. Missed with the spear. Lady Smooth able to sidestep it at the last possible second. Irish Whip, and a great follow-up with the lariat, and boom! A second clothesline, this one to the back of the head, but a running cutter by the Queen knocks the momentum right out of Jessica. Deadlift, powerbomb, good Nelsoning with the legs there, but a kick out by Lady Smooth. Notice she rolls to her stomach, but doesn't get back to her feet immediately. Back elbow by the challenger. Irish Whip. Ooh, into a short arm lariat. Not exactly a rainmaker, but pretty damn close to it. Jessica Kidd is a former Triple Crown champion in the Animated Wrestling League. She has been the... She has been the Joshi champion, she has been the Joshi Tag Team champion, and she has been the Intercontinental champion once before. Only one of 3 female Triple Crown champions. Uh-oh, not good. Oh, wait a minute, caught her mid-air! High risk, no reward. As we're only a couple of minutes into this, folks, this could go on for a while, because you can see the time bar at the bottom. You know how long this match is going to go, approximately. I don't have that information at the moment. 3 minutes in now, mark, as they're just exchanging blows. Not exactly the scientific wrestling tradition of the world of sport, but never say Jessica Kidd is not adaptable. Ow! Is that a shot to the eye? Not sure the referee saw it if it was, but now bear hug. Looking for a submission here. The referee checking for a tap, checking for a verbal submission as well. You're not going to get the latter, I can tell you right now, but boom! You're not going to get Jessica Kidd to say that she quits. Bell clap. Big boot into the cover. 1. Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd's going to be looking for those white knees of Dover. You'll know it if you see it. Whereas, oh, wait a minute. Black Tiger Queen. A plethora of Tiger-style moves. She likes the Black Tiger Crash, which is this very strange sort of delayed double underhook suplex. Almost an inverted Tiger Bomb. But wait a minute, going up a gory special and trying to wrench the arm straight out of the sockets. We could have wait a minute, a steel chair being slipped into the ring by Emily Nagasaki. The referee's going to have something to say about that, and she does, removing the steel. Duck under the clothesline, big back body drop by the champion. Challenger in trouble here, spine buster. Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd not moving. 1, 2, kick out with about as much authority as she had. Notice this time she's not able to roll to her stomach. That leaves her vulnerable. Whipped across the ring by the ankle as Black Tigress, the leader of the Tiger-style dojo, doing something weird with her leg there. But again, relying on her strength, that power advantage over pretty much everybody, that is what has gotten her all 7 of her victories in this company, include, another submission opportunity, going back to that bear hug. And this is interesting, every match we're seeing more of Black Tiger Queen, of any of these new Black Tigers. We're learning more about them, who they are, how they wrestle, what is their professional wrestling fingerprint. And I would not have thought, well, Wrestle Math's in the corner here, I would not have thought of Black Tiger Queen as a submissions expert. But I would say that of Lady Smooth, and there's the octopus hold in English, known in Japanese as the Manji Gatame. That is not a direct translation. Of course, we think of that as an homage to the late great and slightly insane Antonio Inoki, as we're now 6 minutes into the time limit. Black Tiger Queen. Along with Black Tigress, who we saw earlier, they're currently in the best 4 for the Joshi Tag Team division. Oh god, the Black Tigers versus the Wasteland War Party. That would be an interesting match. And here we go, White Knees of Dover! He stopped the Waza! We have a new Intercontinental Champion in 1, 2... And I think I might have just jinxed it. Women's wrestling. Absolutely, we love women's wrestling here in the Animated Wrestling League. And they can absolutely be the main event. High splash! Off of the top, down to the floor. And now going for another arm wrench, similar to that gory special from earlier. Now, almost a seated variation of that double arm stretch. Human arms not meant to bend in that direction. But of course, no submissions on the outside. You could, however, hypothetically get a knockout on the outside. We've seen that more than once. If the referee determines that a wrestler cannot continue the fight safely, then they will make the call. And a knockout, a TKO, is a valid method of winning the match and winning the championship. But again, going after that left leg that's been kind of twitching a bit already in this match. Maybe trying to set up for an ankle lock. Maybe trying to set up for a figure 4 or something. But the ego of these Tigers, look at this, wasting time here. I mean, yeah, 22 minutes on the clock, but you never want to give your opponent a chance to work. Oh, wait a minute, pulling her up by the throat now. And going for probably a backbreaker. Yeah, backbreaker. Another one, maybe? Trying to hook it together. Again, the strength of Black Tiger Queen. Big splash! Big splash off of the ropes, but Lady Smooth immediately rolls back to a vertical base. Collar and elbow tie-up. Gut wrench. No, reversal. Escape by Black Tiger Queen. He's going for the Queen suplex and nails it. And laughs at her fallen opponent. That's all you need to know about the Black Tigers right frickin' there. Good grief. Right here, the Queen suplex.
Here's the winner, and still Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion, Black Tiger Queen.
3 down, 2 to go. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Please subscribe. We're still trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this season. Next week, Tag Team Open Challenge, and we'll find out what happens with Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis. Please subscribe. Korede. Imarida.